The free-to-play is back. Hello, everybody. I'm Roadblock. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. At the time of recording, it is the 1st of February, and I am bringing back the free-to-play. This is the first thing that pops up as soon as you complete the introduction to the game, meaning the you go through, you do a couple of campaign levels, you pick your starter champion. It kind of takes you through all of that automatically. I went ahead and completed all of that, got back to the main menu, and then the Ezio chase pops up. I haven't touched anything else, and we're going to get into that in a second. Listen up. I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril, as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. Why now? Why today? Well, shout out to the Knights of Teleria podcast that you can see behind me right now. They are still live at the time of my recording, and I apologize to you guys that I'm not listening to you talk right now, but I wanted to shout them out because they were the motivation for me making this. They were having an entire segment on their podcast, which they have every Sunday. They were having an entire segment talking about making a new account, and a lot of the stuff that they were saying, I was like, no. You guys don't know. There's this whole new thing now that, you know, like there's, oh, but you could do this. No. What you're saying is old information. There's new information, you know, and like they had a lot of good advice, but they had some outdated advice. So in the end, I was stressing out because I wanted to share my experiences. I've made plenty of new accounts, and I was like, you know what? It's the 1st of the month. It's a new year. Let's just jump into a new account. So I don't know how long I'm going to keep it up for, but there will be some changes to the YouTube channel as well that I wanted to let you know about. We're probably going to go down to 3 videos a week, at least in the short term. We will see what happens later on. But for right now, that is the plan. That way I can keep my content more real, right? If I'm doing 1 video a day, I'm stretching, right? And you guys have seen it. I'm reaching for stuff. I'm like, this happened today. Let me make a video about it, you know? I want to make really good, valuable content for you guys. So I think the best way is just to slow down on that a little bit. But that does mean I'll have more room for streaming, which is something that a lot of you have been asking about. And now that I have this particular account, I'll be very motivated to stream that as well. So I'm not going to lock in. I'm not going to commit to anything because I don't want to get hopes up in case I change my mind or things don't go well. But I do consider that I'm gonna start streaming a little bit more, but it may not always be Raid Shadow Legends as well. So, new account, let's jump into it. So we're gonna collect this piece of gear, which is awesome, to get a free 5-star piece of gear right away. I love that. We're gonna get our free silver pack. So when you log in the game, you'll get 7 million silver over the course of a couple of days. That is huge. I shouldn't have skipped that. So free rewards. We get these free rewards again. Some 4-star gear. Okay. Daily login rewards. We collect that. We'll mark all the news as read. Call of the Arbiter. We're going to do this. I will do that off camera. Well, let me do one of them. Let me do one of them for you guys to see. Okay. So Call of the Arbiter. I can hit this. It says, watch the trailer to get 50,000. So I click on that. Did you notice that I didn't watch anything yet, and this went to 50K? Boom. Easy, right? I didn't have to actually watch it. Share the trailer, copy it, boom. I get a bunch of energy and arena refills. So I can do that for all of them. The rewards are different in each, but I'm not going to make you guys sit through that on camera. So that's something that I will do as soon as I am done. This will be a free-to-play run. I do want to, at some point, try a community funded account, not one where I spend my own money, but one where you guys can donate and such, and that would be the only money that goes to the account. But that's something way in the future that may never happen because I don't know that I'm going to get that serious into content creation. But okay, you'll see I have Elenaril here. Why do I have that? Well, my promo link still works. This is the proof, right? I used my promo link my download link to download the game, install it on here, and I'm able to start with Elenaril, and I will get other champions along the way, including Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar, right? So very, very excited to start a new account and use my promo link this time to get that thing going. So it's still working. I don't know how much longer it's going to work. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, but it's working for now. So I'm going to take advantage of that, right? So we will collect our Elenaril, which is awesome. I did start with Kale, by the way. I don't know that we're going to get a look at the roster just quite yet, so I want to make sure that I'm being transparent with you guys about stuff. Let's unlock this and get a mystery shard, right? That's valuable. I'll make detailed breakdowns as we go along about certain things that we want to do or should be doing. I think this one time, I'm not going to join my clan. Oh, look at that. We get to start. Oh, I got to do 1,500 points of this. Okay. And I have a week to do it. We really want to get 1,500 points in this because I don't even need to, I don't even need to get 1,500 outright. I think I just need to get 750, I would say, maybe. I don't know. But these would be really, really good rewards to start. So if we can capitalize on that, that would be awesome. We have a week. We will get Ezio in a week and 1 day for sure. So that should get us a pretty big jump. I will focus on this later. Right now, we need to stay focused on the present by clicking all of the red dots. We have Elenaril. There is one next step that we need to figure out, and I'm probably going to pause the video for a second and figure that out. But that is, what promo code are we going to use? Now, there's a lot of them available, and we'll go over them in just a second here. We can't click any more in events. When does the tournament start? That's interesting. And the passes don't start for another day, too. Very interesting. Some things have changed a little bit because the passes used to be quicker. I was like using Kale as my avatar, and you need to change it anyways to do that. And my username. Let's change username. Roadblock F2P 2026. Perfect. Cool. Lock a champion. Okay, so we can do all that stuff off of camera. We need to get to the big juicy bits, and that's going to be, what promo code am I going to use? So as you guys know, when it comes to promo codes, there are a bunch of them listed here on Hell Hades' site, or as you may not know, I should say. So the first thing I'm going to do is new player promo codes. Only one of these promo codes can be used, right? So we have Monkey King. That one still works. Apparently Get Loki still works. If it's on this list, I'm assuming it still works. Keep that in mind, guys. The big ones are going to be at the bottom here. So we have Supreme 6 for Supreme Galek. You know what? I already made a Supreme Galek one, right? I don't really know that I want to do Supreme Galek again, while he is really, really good. We have Desertqueen for Tuhanarak, which is a support. Really, really valuable support. Would be very, very good in the early game. Monkey King, I think, is the other really, really good one that people talk about because Sun Wukong is useful from beginning all the way to the end game. However, I actually believe, in my opinion, this is my opinion, guys, just saying, I think Tholen Falbeard is the better choice. Okay, guys, so I just did a big speech about why I think Tholen Falbeard is the best promo code, and apparently it doesn't work anymore. Also, I will note that I think a bunch of these might be a little outdated, and maybe they haven't updated it in a little while. So what am I going to go with? I think I'm going to go with Tuhanarak. So we're going to pick one. Man, you know what? We could go Sun Wukong. Does Monkey King still work? If Monkey King still works, we'll go with it. There we go. Cool. We got Monkey King. I think that's the right call. Yeah, I did a whole portion of this video that my editor had to take out because I thought Tholen Falbeard still worked because it is on this list. But Demon Slayer does not work any longer. And I was very, very disappointed in that because I think he is better than Monkey King. But Monkey King is still incredibly good. So we will grab our Monkey King and all the other rewards that come with him. But why Monkey King? Let's go over Monkey King's kit really quickly and talk about why Monkey King is so valuable. So Monkey King on the A1 brings a stun. That's okay. Not something I'm super invested in. But For the A2, ignores 50% of the target's defense, incredibly strong, and then attack all remaining enemies if the target is killed, and that will also ignore 50% of the target's defense, and then has a chance to place polymorph. So if you think you're not going to kill somebody, you can use it as a debuff, and it cannot be blocked, which is really cool. Then we have AoE hit, attacks all enemies, steals all buffs, and puts block buffs, which is a key debuff for Hydra. And with the passive, we can just keep reviving. So we can build tanky champions around Sun Wukong and then just keep on reviving. But most importantly, we get that speed in all battles, in arena battles by 28%. That is massive, massive, massive. So yeah, he is good. I do think Tholen was slightly better because Tholen brought weaken and other pretty valuable things like attack gain and stuff. I'm really disappointed that I can't get Tholen from a promo code, but you know, it is what it is. We're going ahead and getting Sun Wukong. Now you can see there is a promotional thing right now for Sacred Shards. 10 Sacred Shards over the next week. If you can generate 10 Sacred Shards or buy them, which is what they want you to do, you can get guaranteed Cassandra. Very interesting. Probably kind of worth it if you're new. I would actually say she's pretty worth it because self-buffing, shatter, healing, HP burn, decreased defense on bosses, but most of all, that speed in all battles aura is going to be quite valuable to a new account. And of course, she's the only champion in that faction right now, which is very valuable. So yeah, that's actually a pretty reasonable deal. And only 10 Sacred Shards. That's not bad at all, guys. We have this summon pool going on right now. I can't participate because I am locked out of the tournaments right now. I'm only able to do events. And we should have... Did they get rid of the new player pass? I wonder if they did because I don't see it showing up in passes. But it says 1 day and 12 hours. So maybe that's when the beginner pass starts. Either way, that's all like the prep setup that needs to be done. So what are some of the first things that I'm going to do? Well, we have our champions. We have Elenaril, we have Sun Wukong, Kale, and Sniper. We need to start getting to work. But let's make sure that we're prioritizing things in the right way. So for example, we want to make sure that we're prioritizing missions and challenges. So those are going to help. I summoned a spirit champion. That's kind of unfair. These are what's going to help kind of guide us through the beginning stages of the game. We want to follow these beginning quests, missions, challenges, all of that. We do need to summon 3 champions, so let's go ahead and just summon a couple more from Mystery Shards. We're just doing this just to complete that, but also get some food that we're going to level when we get the opportunity to, once we get stuck. We also need to make, and we're getting some challenges done as well, which is really cool. So we're popping all of our mysteries. I only meant to pop 2, but we popped all of them. Oh no, I needed to pop them all. Okay, cool. That ranks us up. 50 energy will do. Campaign boss 3 times. We're about to do weeklies, monthlies, ascend once, and rank 4. Oh, there's the apprentice pass. We were just talking about it. I needed to level up just 1 more. So this is very important because we're going to get a lot of good rewards. So right out the gate, I'm getting a 5-star set of lifesteal. Let's go. That's a huge boost. Huge boost for the account. Now, who do I want to go with? That's where it gets interesting, right? You would say, like, do I still want to build up Kale as my first 6-star? Do I want to first 6-star one of my legendaries? I honestly believe that your starter champion is still a really good 6-star, but I don't know if I can sell it to myself anymore these days when you have such good champions. You know what? This is why my answer is what it is. Apprentice pass, upgrade Kale to rank 6. And you want to complete these. So because the daily challenges don't give you enough to get through and get the 4-star chicken and get the gear that you're looking to get, right? So I will be honest with you guys. I still think Kale is the answer for the apprentice pass. I'm going to be able to book Kale. I'm going to be able to master Kale. And once I have Kale fully built, right next to him is going to be a Spirit Affinity Sun Wukong. right, at level 50. So it makes sense to take Kale, who I would put on the scale of a mid-tier epic, right? Even though he is a rare, but as power level goes, the starter champions are much better than your regular rares. I would put him in there about mid, maybe low tier epic. Building him up makes more sense because he's so much more stat dependent. The legendaries have higher base stats, so they're going to be on scale right next to him at 50, and that will be my second, if not one of the epics that we're going to get from my promo code. So I think we're going to do Kale and the Sun Wukong, plus doing Kale will accomplish a lot of challenges and different things along the way, because we are going to need to rank people up. We're going to need to use books on people. We're going to, and we're going to want to use those books on the champions that we value highest. So missions and challenges are going to be our priorities. So we're going to get started right away here. We're going to hop into the campaign, and we're just going to put Kale and Wukong in there and get going. I'm going to put gear on them. I'll do that off camera, I think. I'll probably give my best gear to Wukong just because he's the higher level now. But yeah, we're going to get started. I'm going to start playing the game. I got to collect all the Arbiter stuff too, get all that energy, all that silver, all those resources. Got a lot to do, right? So we'll call this a video. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe so you know when these new episodes come out. And by next episode, I just hit my microphone. By next episode, I'll have a new clan and we'll have a lot more information on the progress. So thanks for watching. Take care, and I will see you guys next time.